What's going on, guys? It is Black Friday, November 26th, and I'm making my way over to my cousin's place to get a morning hunt in here. It's about a little after 6 o'clock right now, and legal shooting isn't until after 7, so I'm making pretty good timing. Try to get to the stand about 30 to 40 minutes before daylight and kind of wait it out. I haven't hunted over there since opening day of gun season, so curious to see what'll happen. Not all my trail cameras have been working, but the one that is, I did get a couple bucks on trail cam in the morning over there. The one I couldn't tell what it was. I could just see that there was he had his face right in the camera and he had brow tines, but didn't look like a monster by any means, but curious to at least get a look at what that is. The other one's just a little 3-point, I think, and maybe he's just a spike. It's kind of hard to tell, but that's what we got going on. My cousin's been still seeing a group of deer in the morning, he said. I think that a couple days ago he saw a buck and a few doe just out in his yard, so shaping up pretty good. It is a cold morning. It's 27 right now, but the wind chill is supposed to be down in like the teens. Actually, I think it's only a wind chill of maybe 12 or 13 degrees. It's pretty windy, and yeah, it's gonna be a cold sit. I don't know how long I'm gonna last. Really, that wind is just brutal, but looking forward to just giving it a shot and see what happens. Little after 7:30, I got all set up. Probably 6:35 still got some time left this morning and see if we can have some more action happen. So. I just made it back to the car. I didn't get to give any more interviews in the stand. What ended up happening is that group of 7 or 8 doe that I had come through, a couple of them at first came back through, and I think I got a little footage of them, or at least I was doing the best I could. They came back through over my right yet again, which again, I don't have great visibility for myself over there, so trying to get the camera is even more difficult. Like, it was honestly hard enough for me to even keep trying to see these deer. But they were within 40 yards, but there's just no openings, and I was really trying to hold off for a buck right now. So those ones came through, and then I lost sight of them. Then not too long after, I just stood up and was looking around to try getting a better view, and farther away from me over my right, kind of slightly behind me, I could see a few deer. There's 2 nice bodied. I couldn't tell exactly what they were. And then a little bit after the fact, I saw my cousin text that there was on this power line that's probably 60, 70 yards from my stand, that there was a group of 4 out there, and there's been a group of 4 hanging around that is like 3 doe and then a small buck. But I don't think that this was that same group. I'm pretty sure that these are all the same deer I saw come through at first, but I can't guarantee it. I'm not positive. But the second group that came back in, the group of 4, they were milling around, and I'm telling you, from like 8:30 to literally when I got out of my stand, these deer were all around me. They just were browsing on some greenery, and they just never fully came in. And it was really hard because I couldn't see them super well a lot of the time, and I just kind of reached the point where I'm like, I have to leave. And I couldn't see them at the time of getting out of the stand, so I just got down and I checked my trail cams, didn't hear anything spook, and then I decided I was just going to kind of walk around the direction they were, put an arrow on just in case, so I could maybe get a stalk on something. But once I did that, I did end up spooking them, and I think it was just 4 doe. I don't think it was a small buck, but I didn't get a good look at the head ever. So that's kind of the way that hunt wrapped up. It was very crazy. I mean, the majority of the time, really from, again, 8:30 on, I had those deer all around me, and it was very cool. But I mean, it was cold out there. It was hard having the deer around me that long. Like, in some senses, wouldn't have mind getting down early. I was going to get down at 9 or 9:30, and it's 10:20 now, and I just got to the car. So it was a really solid morning. Glad I got out there, saw a good number of deer, had good deer activity. But man, the deer I saw, it was pretty hilarious. These little ones, they're like running all over the place, all around, jumping all over each other, just like going absolutely crazy. And it was pretty fun to watch as much as I could. I wish I could have got more footage, but again, there just was no possible way I really could. I was trying the best I could. I was trying hard to just zoom in some, and it wasn't working very well. But at least I got a little footage, but I'm sorry that footage wasn't better and there wasn't more. Hopefully next time the deer will cooperate and be in a better spot for the camera. But that wraps up this hunt for me. We'll be getting back out here pretty soon, and if I have something good on trail cam, I'll show you guys that now. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next week in another video.